Hello everybody, welcome back to this Pokemon Snap playthrough that's not a playthrough. My name is Andy, the Uncommentator, and this is episode number 52 of said playthrough that's not a playthrough, the focus of which is going to be Gyarados. So you can see there the Gyarados that I've currently got saved on the cartridge, a score of 4,600, which sounds like a perfect score, however, it's not. Because if we look at the breakdown, we can see we've got a size of 950, a pose of 1,350, which of then of course gets doubled to make the 4,600. So 4,700 would be a perfect Gyarados. But before we attempt to try and get that, which we probably won't, let's quickly read the Primer's official strategy guide entry for Gyarados. And it's a bit of a long one, so get comfortable. So, when you enter the course, you'll see a Magikarp jumping in and out of the water by the shore, near the first Mankey. If you pester ball that area, the Mankey flops out of the water and... The Magikarp, flops out of the water and the Mankey knocks it into the air. Then the Magikarp lands on the plot of land where the Graveler dance, across from the waterfall. Hit the Magikarp with another pester ball so it skips across the water and into the waterfall. Get your camera ready, for this unfortunate Magikarp evolves into an angry Gyarados. Shoot it spitting out water for your best photo. Now that's quite a succinct little way of putting what we're going to be doing. However, as you can see there, we don't need to get the Gyarados actually spitting water. Getting it about to spit water is enough. It's a little bit like the Charizard, whereas on the, if anyone remembers the Charizard episode way back when, that was episode number 4, I think. It's similar to that one in that you don't actually need to get it spitting water. About to spit water is good enough. So again, like the Charizard, only copy and paste, or find and replace, I should say, the word water for fire. Anyway, let's go back to the valley. Looks like we've just spent a lot of time there trying to get Magikarp. Hoping this one's going to be slightly easier. Now, it said there in the read-through that this is an unfortunate Magikarp. I'd say it's fortunate. I'd rather be a vicious water-spitting dragon type creature than a pathetic, for want of a better word, little Magikarp. Right, so you can see there the Mankey's punched the Magikarp. We did this in the Magikarp episode, so this is not new to anybody. Now we speed along here. I'm not going to throw things into the water because I've done far too much of that already, and I'm going to have to do it again in a few episodes' time. So down here we go, and the Magikarp will land. There's the Gravelers, which again we're not going to get to dance because we did that earlier in the series. Go and check that out if you want to see that. Right, let's hit this straight away. So hit the Magikarp, it skims along the water. Now the trick here is trying to get the size. Now there's Gyarados. It does its pulls the face, and then that's it. I think I may have been a bit slow there. Let's just see what that gets anyway. Because it does the spitting water thing straight away without needing to be prompted. So right, looks a bit annoyed there. But that's a similar sort of face as it's pulling there. Yeah, I think that was just pre-water spit. So let's just see what that gets. It won't get the same size. It will get a smaller size, but it may get the same pose. Yeah, like I said, the awkward thing here is the size. It's a bit of a difficult one to judge. Yeah, only 840. Oh, how powerful! Yeah, so as you can see that it's not spitting water, but about to, and we still get the score. So, yeah, so 438. So that's a rough estimate. A rough estimate. What am I talking about? That's a rough baseline to work from. So I'm going to try and get as near as I can to the score I've got. Ideally, I'd like to get 1,000 size, but I've got a feeling that this is one I'm just going to have to admit defeat on. But we'll have 4 or 5 goes before we end the video. But you get the idea. This is, I need to... you get the idea. We don't need to worry too much about this one. A Starry Goldeen and a Starry Dratini. Already. Let's get Squirtle out of the water, why not? Why not indeed? Shame it's Red Gyarados, that'd be good, wouldn't it? But of course, Red Gyarados came along in Generation 2. This game came out in Generation 1. Right, I'm not gonna hit the Magikarp as quickly this time. So we'll hit it now. Skims along the water. I'm getting perilously close to the edge here. And there's the face pull. And there's the water spurt. Yeah, so when it first comes out the waterfall, it does a bit of raw, then it'll pull a face and then spurt the water. So it's that bit we need. So from this one, it was sort of here onwards. Right, there's the. It's basically that face. You can't really see it because I click. Oh, there we go. That looks fun. I think we need more of its body visible though. There's it spitting water. I'm going to go for that one because you can see its body sticking out the waterfall. Do go chasing waterfalls on this one. Yeah, see, only 870. I don't know if the size really works for this one. It really is a bit bizarre. You seem to get a bigger score if he's not protruding out the waterfall, which I find a little bit... that seems counterintuitive to me. You think if he's protruding out the waterfall, you'd get a bigger score, but apparently not. I'm sure everyone's played I'm sure everyone that's watching this has played the new Snap. There's a nice callback to this on the new Snap, where the Gyarados and Waterfalls once again coming together. Come on. There we go. Yeah, Gyarados and Waterfalls come together on that one. You can get the Gyarados to climb up the waterfall that time, though, rather than stick its head out of it. Said I wasn't going to do that, and then I did. Okay. Let's try again. Now, how early do we hit this? That's the key here. How early do we hit this? We need to sort of aim the 0-1 over here. So then we turn round. We're not on top of the Gyarados. It's not clipped. Missed it that time. That was a mistake. Right, let's see what we get here. So Gyarados comes out. Throws a bit of a fit. Pulls the face like it's about to spurt the water, and then spurts the water. Now you can see if you turn around too quickly, you end up... If you turn around too quickly, the 0-1, you end up too close to it, and it clips. Although that's not bad. That's quite a good photo, although it's really clipped, so the size score on that will be rubbish. Yeah, see that one... You see, the one I've got that got 950, you can see a lot of it. You can see a bit of its body, but not too much. Let's go with that one. I quite like that photo. It looks rather menacing. Then we'll have another couple of goes where we don't turn round as quick and just see what we get. Yeah, see, only 700, you see, that's the problem. That is the problem. So if you turn around too soon, the 0-1 goes towards the... I mean, even though this is a rail... Like I said before, this is a rail shooter that's not a rail shooter, because generally you will go the same path, but you can steer the 0-1 to some extent. And that pool where this Gyarados is a perfect example of that. Right. Can we get it in one? No, we can't. We get it in two though, and we get a Goldeen. And it again faces the camera. My nemesis. As opposed to my Charlemagne. Anyway, let's move on. From that, right, okay. So again, this one we're not going to turn around as quick this time and just see what happens. Let's hit it a bit earlier rather than wait. Slow down. Slow down enough. Don't know the words. Okay. There's the Gyarados. There's the water spurt. Okay, let's see what that got. Feel like that's going to be a bit poor, that one. Oh dear, we'll have a few more goes. Yeah, I think we were a little bit too cautious that time. Let's just see what it gets anyway. But it will be rubbish. Yes. A little bit too cautious that time. I don't keep saying it, but I really have no idea what he actually wants for a good size score. There really doesn't seem... Yeah, okay. There doesn't seem to be much Doesn't seem to be much clue in it, to be honest.
Welcome back.
It's definitely doing that, though, kind of getting it.
Yes.
Not turning around straight away. Because if you turn around too quickly, you end up too close. You were too close. Okay, Magikarp disappears. We don't get it in 1. We get it in 2 again. We skip past all this. We throw things into the water, even though we said we weren't going to. Doing lots of things we said we're not going to on this series. It's a playthrough that's not a playthrough. It's a rail shooter that's not a rail shooter. It doesn't matter if it's facing the camera, except when it matters if it's facing the camera. And we're not going to throw things into the water, except when we throw things into the water. All fun stuff. Right, so we wait for the Magikarp to drop. Let's send it skimming across, like a pebble. Slow down. Pull your face, there we go. Spurt your water. Now, ideally what I'd want... In fact, I may do this on the next attempt. Ideally what I want... I'd want it squirting the water, a shot of that, and it facing the camera. That's what I'd ideally like, but I always, every time I've took a picture of that, it's always been like 8:30 or something like that. Again, these are too small. Let's send that one. It's not facing the camera, but I genuinely think it won't matter this time. Let's send that one. I actually quite like that picture. I'm just not sure if it's going to get the 1350 pose because it's after it's spurted the water rather than before. So he may be a little bit pedantic with this one. Oh, same size. Oh, there we go. You know what? I'm going to end the episode on that. I want to get the 1000 size, but I've tried to do this so many times and I don't feel like I can do it. Let's keep the new photo because it's actually spurting the water rather than just looking like it's sulking in the corner. No, you can't stay up till 10 o'clock. You've got to go to bed. Okay, then. Don't know what that voice was. Anyway, let's end the episode. Let's save the new photo. So at least we've got a new photo. It's no higher score, but it's a new one. So, freshens up the report a little bit. Yeah, so that was Gyarados. So, again, I apologise I can't really give more of sort of insight about the size, how to get the good size, because the honest answer is I don't know. I think it just depends what side of the bed Oak gets out of. But given his hair, it looks like he... I think it's pretty easy to tell which side of the bed he got out of. But anyway, let's not worry too much about that. Let's instead end the episode. So we'll return a la Pokemon report. We're nearly... I want to get to a point where we get to the bottom like that, where Mew is, and every single Pokemon on this screen, this is the Pokemon we're up to. But we're not quite there yet, because we haven't done Ditto. Once we've done Lapras, though, we will literally be at the last screen. So that's a little milestone to look forward to. But anyway, we're not worried too much about that yet, because we need to worry about Gyarados. So that was Gyarados. So if you enjoyed this video, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video, should you choose to do that. While you're here on YouTube, if you head on over to the channel, the Uncommentator, you'll find the rest of the videos in this playlist. You'll also find a myriad of other games that I've played through, not just N64 and not just Pokemon, although both of those things are featured. So please go and check that out. That'd be really, really great. But join me next time. We're going to be moving on to another fearsome large water type, and that is Lapras. But until we get to that point, for now from me,